Well, hello. You are with Emergency Management Made Easy with Lauren, proudly here on YouTube. And I really think this video will touch all of our hearts and challenge us intellectually and our imaginations. Title, Class 54 in our series, Human-Caused Global Warming. Global warming, climate change, and now artificial intelligence, AI, data centers, and cryptocurrency mining operation coin mills. This video is an addendum to our video titled Heat-Related Protection for Vulnerable Populations. I think that was one back. Now, my concern besides greenhouse gases is what else are people and corporations adding to poison our environment? In the year of 2021, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, the United Nations body, assessed climate change and its impact on modern humans. Their findings, some of these changes were irreversible over the next 100 to thousands of years. They reported some changes such as droughts, wildfires, and extreme rainfall were happening faster than scientists previously assessed. They confirmed with certainty the global temperatures would rise for many decades due to greenhouse gases produced by human activities. They reported the effects would depend on the total amount of carbon dioxide we emit, and if we could reduce emissions, we might avoid some of the worst effects. That was 2021. Fast forward. In Vienna, on June 16, 2026, Arnold Schwarzenegger hosted the 10th Austrian World Summit Climate Initiative. He opened with, "Only renewables are reliable. Terminating pollution means terminating dependence." Prominent leaders from politics, faith, and civil society included Kamala Harris, former Vice President of the United States, and Pope Leo XIV for climate action and a sustainable energy future. Addressing an international audience, he emphasized that the fight against pollution also means ending dependence on fossil fuels and geopolitical risk associated with them. He further stated people want to terminate pollution. They have seen what happens when we rely on fossil fuels from unstable countries. It's not only unhealthy, it's unreliable, he emphasized. Schwarzenegger further stated energy is not only a climate solution, but also a path toward greater security and independence. It gives us true independence as people want clean energy, they want dependable energy. It was further stated policymakers must therefore create solutions that both protect the climate and reduce the cost of living. All agreed clean energy is already the more affordable alternative in many places today. Years ago, We had to convince people, but today they only need to look at their energy bills. In a video message, Pope Leo stated the common good should take precedence over profit and economic activity, which is rooted in solidarity and human dignity. Austrian Chancellor Christian Stocker shared his perspective on Austria's role in advancing sustainable solutions. He said climate policy is security policy, as energy transition is not an ideological question, but a strategic necessity for energy security and economic strength. The crisis of our time cannot be solved by only one country alone. We need dialogue, cooperation, and effective mutual cooperation. Now, he said, more than ever, we bear a special responsibility not only to our citizens, but also our grandchildren. Due to approved policy means, investing in clean technologies, resilient infrastructure, and climate policy grounded in common sense that goes hand in hand with job security and a strong economic foundation. Recent perspectives about technologies and pollution. How does harvesting technologies, artificial technologies, AI, data centers, and cryptocurrency mining operations, coin mills, cause pollution? Now, today I saw on the news that Google is stating that they use their own water and electricity in their mill operations, at least in some states. Now, data centers are warehouse-like facilities housing the servers needed to store and process huge amounts of digital information. They've existed for decades, but the rise of artificial intelligence over the past few years has triggered a surge in new construction. They cause pollution primarily through massive energy consumption that drives fossil fuel reliance, heavy water usage for cooling, toxic mineral mining, and the generation of large volumes of electronic waste. The pollution associated with harvesting these technologies stems from 4 primary areas. Number 1, pencils up if you're writing, if you're taking notes, and you're welcome to do so. Or, of course, you can always replay this video over and over again. Now, the 4 primary areas: air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, basal fuel reliance, the staggering electricity demand of supercomputers running AI algorithms, and proof of work, POW, cryptocurrency networks forces power grids to rely heavily on coal, oil, and natural gas. 2, evaporative cooling. The high-density microchips used in AI and crypto mining generate intense heat. Many of these facilities use evaporative cooling systems, which drink millions of gallons of fresh water daily to prevent servers from overheating. Data centers and Bitcoin mining. Number 3. These facilities act as massive energy users. While they promise jobs and tax revenues, they frequently strain public resources, elevate electricity rates for residents, and create noise pollution and increased emissions. The rapid boom of both industries impact local communities across a few key areas. Resource consumption and key issues surrounding their development. Modern AI data centers and Bitcoin mining rigs require immense nonstop power. A single large facility can consume as much electricity as up to 100,000 homes. Energy forces power companies to invest in costly weird upgrades, which are frequently passed on to local residents in the form of higher monthly utility bills. Environmental and health impacts. The continuous operation of industrial-grade cooling fans and heavy-duty equipment creates persistent, loud noise and requires bright, all-night lighting, disrupting natural ecosystems in nearby residents. Economy and infrastructure, short-term versus long-term jobs. While these facilities promise job creation, the vast majority of jobs are limited to the construction phase and are often filled by specialized contractors. Once built, full-time operational staffing is incredibly low. This sometimes results in fewer than a dozen permanent jobs inside the facility. Tax revenue versus concessions. The developers and tech giants frequently negotiate favorable tax breaks and subsidies with local governments to secure project locations. This can lead to a gap between promised municipal revenue and the actual long-term tax intake. Community pushback. Due to these effects, concerned citizens' backlash has prompted many towns across the United States to push back. Several municipalities in states like Michigan, Indiana, and North Carolina have placed temporary moratoriums on data center constructions to study real-world community impacts and evaluate environments. They're taking a closer look. According to grist.org, Politics Report Updated 2026 by Katie Myers, who is the author. Number 1. In Murphy, North Carolina, a peaceful mountain town once defined by bird song and swaying trees is a steady electric hum cuts through the calm. The noise from a nearby cryptocurrency mine has intruded many lives since its opening in 2021. It was once just a nice, quiet community, according to neighbors in Cherokee County. It's where my great-grandmother hailed from. Today, 3 cryptocurrency mines have opened near their homes within the last 5 years. Now, the landscape is shifting again as one of those mines has become an artificial intelligence data center. Number 2. This transition has triggered growing backlash from residents and local officials in the county and beyond that fear these immense operations, which consume as much electricity and water as a small town, will alter rural communities with few land use restrictions. Towns and counties across North Carolina have begun passing moratoriums and considering new regulations as they scramble to respond to an industry many say arrive faster than local authorities can understand or control. 3. Another example is the site spreads across 250,000 square feet or 7 acres, the company is working with neighboring utilities to meet its water and sewer needs, and it's digging 3 wells to tap the local water table. The data center saw a wastewater contract with a nearby town, but the mayor denied the request because the company lacked an environmental plan. And you all know how I feel about plans and planning. Residents said they wouldn't wish this on any county or entity. It's absolutely destroyed their community. The pros and cons. Don't shoot the messenger. The excitement surrounding potential benefits of generative AI, from improving worker productivity to advancing scientific research, is difficult to ignore. The explosive growth of this new technology has enabled rapid deployment of powerful models in many industries. The environmental consequences, however, of the generative AI gold rush remain difficult to pinpoint, mitigate, or wrap our heads around. Summary. These are important public health issues. How will masses of citizens maintain their physical health over time? It's my concern. I researched this subject with what I hope is an open mind. I want to know what can be done and what is being done to slow down the effects in plain language so that we can all understand. I'm disappointed and saddened that the increased noise, water and environmental pollution, and the harvesting technologies are costing our communities long and short-term health, financial instability, and a myriad of mental health and political issues. I encourage you to stay informed about current events, political, environmental, national, and please vote. By the way, in Paris, France today, as I'm sharing this with you, Paris, France is 125 degrees today. The UK is above or at 100 degrees today. This is summer. They're usually at, 70, 80 degrees this time of year? That's how hot it is in Europe right now. And as I said to you last week, it's getting hotter, warmer. And not only do we have to pay attention to what's going on in our communities, gas prices, whatever our concerns are, we have to be attentive and pay attention to what is happening and what is going on all around us. Prepare before it happens at outlook.com. That's where I live. However, after you view one of my videos, you are welcome to go into the system, and YouTube will allow you to send me a message or notes, and then I will get back with you. So if you don't feel like emailing me, then you can always talk to me after you review the video. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for our time together. Oh yeah, you notice? Yeah, we've come a long way together. This is I've got 55, 56 videos up. So we've been together for more than a year. We're working on our second year together. Wow, we are more sophisticated. and we're learning more technical information. Still, we work together and I keep the common touch. I want this information so that you can wrap your head around it and understand it. And I appreciate the feedback that I'm receiving from you. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a few days, if not next week. Bye-bye. Prepare before it happens at Outlook.com. You are the help until the help arrives. Don't forget.